So congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Talk us through the armbar. When did you know it was there? Did you think you were going to get it? Talk us through the finish.
Yeah, so I went for like that little Uchimata takedown with that overhook, and I realized like I wasn't going to get the takedown, and she knew I wanted to take her down, so I figured might as well kind of throw like a little bit of a Hail Mary armbar. So I just decided right then to step over, and then for a second she kind of came up, and like so I switched to that triangle, but ultimately it was like that armbar that got the tap. So
I'm sure you've heard by now, but someone put $37,000 on you to win.
Dude, I saw that like probably like 45 minutes before my fight, and like I was like, that's so crazy to me. Like, I mean, I don't know who did it, but that's a lot of money to bet on like someone making their UFC debut. But congrats to them, I guess.
In a weird way, does that put more pressure on you, right? Something you know that you're about to cost someone their life savings.
Not really, no. I mean, I saw it and I was like, what the? But I mean, it didn't put any pressure on me because I'm like, that's your choice. Like, I have no, like, I'm not responsible for fulfilling that. But I mean, it is cool to see like people putting that kind of faith in me in a way, I guess. But really crazy for sure.
It was mentioned on the broadcast. You're a big Ronda Rousey fan, right? She's the inspiration for you to get into the sport.
Yeah, that's why I started fighting for sure.
So have you seen the fact she tweeted about you?
Megan just showed me. So I've been getting stitched up this whole time. So I haven't got to like even look at my phone yet. But she did tell me about the tweet, and that's awesome. You know, like veterans supporting like young guns. You know, it's all a cycle, and like there's gonna be little girls like under me one day, and like I think it's great that like, you know, we support each other in that way. So it's cool. You
mentioned being the young gun. In a weird way, I feel like being so young almost puts a target on your back, right? Because you're going in there against these more experienced women who are going to think, oh, they're trying to make a name off me.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
I mean, if I'm being honest, like I kind of had that target on me with Invicta too, because I was like also the youngest fighter to fight and win with Invicta for a while. It's kind of been something I've carried with me since I was like 18, you know, since I started fighting. So for me, it's no different. You know, I feel like I'm where I belong, you know, and it's just about like getting better. It's about improving myself as an athlete, as a fighter, and you know, I'm just not gonna pay attention to like targets that might be on my back, because like either way, there's gonna be people that want you to fail or want you to succeed. So I'm just gonna try to focus on me and have, you know, me and my team like do what's best for me.
Cool. Congrats.
Thank you.
Kay, I was curious, just what exactly was it that really drew you to Ronda Rousey? I heard that it was the Betch Correa fight, but was there something particular in that fight that really gave you the inspiration?
I don't know if it was in that fight particular, but I just remember I've never really heard a woman like speak so commanding, if that makes sense. You know, growing up, like I had a lot of women in my life, but like, and like I saw a lot of women on TV, but like she was kind of like what other women weren't. You know, and I was like, oh, like, you don't have to be, like, the cookie cutter, like, mold of a woman, you know? So when I saw it, I was like, dang, like, because it's funny, like, I've told this story so many times, but, like, I used to go to, like, UFC, like, fight nights with, like, my family, and I hated it. When I was, like, 7 or 8, I was like, this is so dumb. Like, fighting is dumb. Like, and then when I, like, saw Ronda when I was, like, 15, I was like, oh, like, girls can do this, too. And, like, something about it just stuck with me, and here I am now.
You got a win over a former Invicta champion.
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you as you build on this career to have that type of win under your belt?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, you know. Like I said, like, she's very experienced, and a lot of girls are compared to me. You know, I am young. But, like, for me, like, I try not to think about, like, how many accomplishments my opponent has, or, like, you know, I'm trying to worry about myself and, like, how I stack up against them and, like, what I need to do to beat them. So I think it's a great name to add to my resume, but I'm ready to go on to the next one and get a bigger name and, you know, focus on me and just do me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so she was coming up to straw weight.
Yeah.
How was she in terms of her power? Because I think that was the big question is Kay just going to overpower her?
I mean, I didn't feel much of a difference from a lot of the other strawweights I fought. You know, I think, like, Jin, she struggled a couple times to make 105 too. And, you know, I didn't feel much of a difference. I think she's going to be great in the strawweight division in the UFC as well. I think, yeah, I mean, I didn't feel much of a difference size-wise, for sure. I thought I was going to, I'm not going to lie. Like, I thought, okay, she's coming up, you know, like, I might have a size advantage. And, like, maybe I was a little stronger, but I didn't like I said, it's been just like most of the other strawweights I fought, with the exception of like a couple, but yeah.
Everyone's been talking about, oh, this fight came together quick.
Yeah.
Were you expecting it to get the UFC call, or were you completely set, hey, when Invicta comes back, that's where I'm going to be?
Yeah, so, man, like, I got the call Sunday afternoon, and I was literally taking my little sisters to Starbucks. Like, I was in the drive-thru line, and I get, like, the DM from McMaynard, and I'm like, whoa. And then, like, 10 minutes later, he calls me. And I was like, and then he, like, not only offered me the bout, but he offered me the contract, with the UFC. And I was like, I can't turn this down. Like, this is all I've ever wanted. This is the call that fighters wait for, So, like, I was caught off guard, but at the same time, I was, like, fully excited and ready to take him up on the opportunity.
Final one for me. You're 20 years old in Las Vegas. How does someone celebrate the UFC debut?
I don't know. I'm not much of a partier in general. So, like, I usually just go back to my room and, like, get pizza or something. Because, like, I mean, like you said, I'm only 20. Even if, like, I'll be 21 in August and, like, not much is going to change after that either. I just, like, I kind of like to just unwind after a fight because a lot goes on before a fight and during a fight. So.
What toppings?
I'm not picky. Thank you.
So does your order change in Starbucks once you find out you have a fight coming up?
Well, it's funny. I wasn't getting anything. My sisters, they've been quarantined this whole time. Like, they don't go out of the house. So, like, they're just like, can you take me somewhere to do something, So I'm, like, driving them through the Starbucks line. Like, I didn't get anything, but, like, I was thinking about it, and then I got the DM, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't. But, yeah.
All right, so you made your debut.
Yeah.
You're coming in here, and I think a lot of times there could be a lot of nerves, but you're coming into an empty arena.
Yeah.
Did that help things, and what was it like fighting in that environment?
I feel like it's a little more awkward, honestly. Like, I'm used to, like, some kind of noise. Like, I heard, like, Biz being a couple times. Like, I heard John Anik a couple times. And, like, you can really hear both corners, like, really loud and vividly, too. So, I mean, for me, like I said, once I get in the cage, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. No crowd. Like, it doesn't bother me. It was a little weird, like, walking out because, like, there's no one, like, cheering or anything. But, like, I mean, it's still the experience I'm looking for, and it's the debut I wanted, so it's awesome.
And finally, we see you come out on the crutches. Is that just soreness? Is there?
Yeah, I can walk on it, but there's a little bit of swelling, so it hurts to put a little bit of pressure on it. It's just my shin from the kicks. But I think it's just like an easy heel, so just hurts a little bit at the moment.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Was there even a training camp for this? Were you training?
So our jiu-jitsu gym just reopened with, like, reservation-only classes. So we were doing, like, small-style classes, but, like, I for sure didn't have a camp for this, Like, I was only really doing jiu-jitsu, and, like, even during quarantine, there was a few weeks where, like, I would roll a couple times, but things were crazy, So, like, things were kind of up in the air. So, like, I was eating really well, and I was, like, doing, like, those at-home workouts, you see, like, scrolling through Instagram. But, like, I for sure didn't have a fight camp. So, like, I'm excited to, like, for my next fight, to hopefully get, like, a fight camp in. But, like, I'm also, like, my whole career, I've kind of, like, taken these short notice fights, like 6 days, 9 days, like, that's kind of what I make my name off of. At least what I used to make my name off of with Invicta. Like, I'm always ready to get the call. So it's not my first time not having, like, a full fight camp, but I was training, like, jiu-jitsu at least.
And how long are you gonna keep wearing the gloves?
They made me put them back on for a photo shoot. That's the only reason why I have them on. I had them off. Trust me.
They look good.
Thank you. Thank you.